Get ready for a massive start to the season. We kick things off with Max Verstappen facing a major controversy, as hidden technique footage has triggered serious complaints. We dive deep into what happened when footage of Max Verstappen's driving was scrutinized, and why this revelation is shaking up the Formula One world right now.
Stop using your finger for notes, sketches, and edits. This Jam Jake stylus pen gives your iPad a smoother, more precise writing feel with palm rejection so your hand can rest naturally on the screen. It charges fast, works for hours, and comes with replacement tips. Perfect for school, work, or creative projects. Check the link in the comments to grab it on Amazon.
Next up, we look at the intense on-track drama as Ford has to watch Max Verstappen race against an F1 rival's car at the Nurburgring. We break down the strategy and the high-stakes maneuvering that will define this epic endurance event, and you won't want to miss the tension building between the competitors. Now, we switch gears to the engineering side with Aston Martin revealing a major Honda F1 engine breakthrough after the Miami Grand Prix. Find out the specifics of this technological leap and how it changes the landscape of the competition moving forward, a true sign of innovation in the sport. Finally, Max Verstappen is sparking an absolute frenzy as Lewis Hamilton's solutions are being validated, and we examine the big picture with Lance Stroll's firm stance on his F1 future and Zak Brown's radical plan for the sport. Don't miss this entire breakdown. Subscribe now and make sure you are subscribed to get all the exclusive Formula One news directly in your feed. Formula One driver Max Verstappen is drawing attention as he approaches his debut at the Nurburgring 24 hours. Discussions are emerging regarding Verstappen's driving style, with some observers suggesting he already exhibits the traits of an endurance racer. Furthermore, a promotional video featuring Verstappen in a Super GT car has sparked controversy, with driver João Paulo de Oliveira criticizing the footage for showing a lack of respect for drivers in the Japanese series. This incident has led to calls for more respect from within the motorsport community, with CEO Zak Brown hinting at potential repercussions. Verstappen has a notable history, including participation in 2 NLS race-winning lineups, one of which ended in disqualification. A key challenge ahead for Verstappen in the endurance race will be mastering traffic negotiation, a skill that may not be visible on television. During testing in March, Verstappen was observed driving a Red Bull-branded Super GT car in wet conditions at Fuji Speedway. Meanwhile, the broader F1 landscape is evolving with regulatory changes for the 2026 season, which will feature significantly different machinery compared to Formula 2. In related news, Formula 2 chief Bruno Mitchell clarified the reasons behind the decision not to implement hybrid engines in the series despite upcoming car developments. Separately, IndyCar witnessed on-track tension over the weekend involving Romain Grosjean and Marcus Armstrong, with reports detailing a confrontation in the pit lane. Ford is reportedly closely monitoring Max Verstappen's race, specifically observing his performance against an F1 rival's car at the Nurburgring circuit, according to recent analysis from Motor Biscuit. This heightened interest suggests strategic implications for Ford's own motorsport or automotive development strategies. Separately, Aston Martin has announced a significant breakthrough concerning its Honda F1 engine. This major development was revealed following the recent Miami Grand Prix, signaling a promising new chapter for the team's technological capabilities in Formula One. Max Verstappen is set to take on the challenge at the Nurburgring 24 hours. The race is expected to see a key strategic move as his teammate, Antonelli, follows Verstappen's established lead. Preparations for the demanding endurance event are intensifying as the drivers navigate the challenging circuit. Max Verstappen is generating unprecedented excitement as demand surges for the 2026 Nurburgring 24 hours, marking the first time the event's weekend tickets have sold out. This high anticipation follows Verstappen's highly anticipated debut in the endurance race. In other F1 developments, Pirelli Motorsport boss Mario Isola has confirmed that the manufacturer will be cross-referencing Lewis Hamilton's recent challenging F1 test as part of their analysis. Lance Stroll has firmly stated his commitment to the sport, clarifying that he intends to remain in F1 for the long term, despite being a vocal critic this season. Addressing structural issues in the sport, Zak Brown is proposing a solution to the brutal F1 problem by suggesting that Formula One select 20 permanent rounds on the calendar, supplemented by 8 additional events integrated into a rotation system. The Miami Grand Prix served as a significant turning point for the 2026 season. It introduced revised energy management regulations designed to mitigate the effects of super clipping, the sharp loss of electrical deployment at the end of long straights, and broader energy management issues. Furthermore, the race saw several teams introduce major aerodynamic upgrades, with Red Bull, McLaren, and Ferrari engaging in a significant battle against Mercedes. In response to rule changes, McLaren team principal Andrea Stella has urged F1 leadership to consider postponing engine changes until 2028, aiming to resolve a larger systemic issue with the regulations. Separately, a recent podcast featuring Formula E CEO Jeff Dodds discussed the rapidly closing performance gap between Formula E and F1, with Dodds offering his perspective on the future trajectory of the series.